In this video, I will be discussing whether or not the notorious Arab Spring debacle was a success or a failure. A little background from History.com on the subject is that the Arab Spring started back in 2010 to 2011. The uprising started when a man by the name Mohammed Bouazizi set himself on fire. This was due to the unfair treatment he got from the government when its vegetable stand at a market was seized due to him not having a permit. Beforehand, people were dissatisfied with the government and autocracy happening within it. This was the final straw on the camel's back. Now fast forward to 2019 and the Arab Spring is still happening. Yeah, you heard me, still happening and still very bad. Now I know what you may be thinking. Why the heck is this still happening? Is it even doing any good? And a lot of people agree with you. But on the other side of the argument, a lot of people believe the protests are good and that this should continue until victory is reached. Well, I'm here to tell you the Arab Spring protests were not completely beneficial to the conflict. Now what does every good little revolt need? A conflict. And who's going to try to solve that? The people. So let's dig in a little bit deeper on the people involved with the Arab Spring. On the positive side of the argument, people have gained democracy during the series of events. Now some people, well actually the majority of people, are happy with this. Well, at the beginning at least. But how come if they already gained democracy and voices that this disaster is still going on? Lives are being ruined. Now that is the side of those not in favor. Let's break this down again. In 2012, the Young Arabics took place in a survey. This was kids 18 to 24. In 2012, 72% of these people thought the Arab Spring was beneficial and should continue for democracy. Now, in 2019, that number has shriveled to a whopping 30%. Why do they feel this way? They just want more stability, more than democracy, is what most of them said. 24% of the people surveyed said they would consider joining terrorist organization ISIS instead of following the Arab Spring. Thousands are unemployed, some caused by this conflict, some before this conflict, and is not being helped by the Arab Spring. These people just want jobs, not war. They're endlessly fighting with all these downfalls. When is enough enough? And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but considering the youth who is supposed to run the country in a few years seriously is considering joining terrorist groups just for stability, that's ridiculous in my opinion. And what's the future of this country's? The whole purpose of this conflict is in question. Middle-aged people jobless and struggling to survive. What if this keeps going on? Will total termination be the stopping point? No one knows, and this contributes to the uncertainty of the situation. Now don't get me wrong, I believe democracy is so important, and so is rebelling when something is absolutely terrible. People should speak what they believe in, but the continuing work and tragedy this conflict is taking up is kind of ridiculous. There are lives being lost, there are lives being changed, and not in a positive way. Here's some food for thought. What is your opinion on the conflict? Do you believe they should go for structure or full-on democracy? Peace or war? Would Mohammed Bouazizi be proud of where this has gone and is going? Or would he be shocked by the mess this has turned into? Thank you for listening and watching to this video. A special thanks for the information, History.com, NPR, The Economist, and ThoughtCo. No matter what side you're on in this conflict, and no matter what you believe in, let's just hope peace is near for the people involved in the Arab Spring so that they can go back to living normal lives.